All right, we are live. I'm starting back up my weekly vodcast. We are using zoom.us to record live, and this enables people to join and watch live and also participate and be part of the vodcast. We do have on with us Mr. Carmen Jimenez. If you'd like to say hi, Mr. Jimenez, that way the mic will pick you up. The webcam will pick you up and everybody will see your nice face.
How's it going, everybody?
Okay, so you two can also join us live. There's ways you can participate. You can speak, obviously, if you have your microphone and webcam. Even if you don't have a webcam, you can listen and speak. You can use the chat feature here in Zoom. Send a message to me that way if you have a question or comment. I have Skype going. You can instant message me via Skype. And I believe that's about it right now. I'm going to try to get Twitter available for that in the future, but at the moment it's really not working great on our network filter. But you can also, one of the last feature, I guess it might be the last resort if nothing's working for you, but you can call in and I'll put you on speakerphone to 316-295-8590. So welcome back from spring break. This is the fourth quarter of the school year at eSchool. So we got 9 weeks until summer vacation, 9 weeks starting fresh on most of your classes to finish those up, but not your math classes. So I hope you took advantage of maybe some time during spring break to try to get caught up in those, or we'll hit the ground hard now to hopefully you're already caught up, but to get those classes done. So I'm doing this vodcast here at eSchool, and I'm just curious if anybody watching, I guess students, it might be easy for teachers, but can guess where I am. It's probably won't be too hard to guess, really. I'm going to try to do this from a different location every week. But I'm so excited because I'm using my new Snowball microphone. It just came in the mail today. Let's see if you can see this. This is what it looks like. And I have this thing around it called a ringer. So if you're here at eSchool and you want to participate in the podcast, you can sit at the table with me and talk on it at the same time, and it will be hopefully give us a nice sound. Now, because I got this nice package in the mail today, that also means I got bubble wrap. Oh yeah, who doesn't like to play with bubble wrap? This is kind of hard though. These bubbles are not too easy. Sounds almost like a rifle going off or something. Let's just spray the bubble wrap till all the bubbles are gone. Dang. I'm all out of bubble wrap now, but that's okay because I got another one. Anyways, I'll play with that some more later. Now, hey Will,
what's happening?
You join our podcast. Come here, put your head in the camera here so we can see you.
Hey people.
Hey Will, you like bubble wrap?
I like bubble wrap.
Give it a little twist. It's kind of hard, isn't it?
Wow, that's so hard.
Almost gone.
Oh,
got all the I think this is Carmen. And me.
Does this mic work pretty good? Your Johnny Carson mic?
It works great. I'm all out of bubble wrap again. But
did you get?
I do have this desiccant silica
I don't think
gel.
You want to smash that.
I can eat it.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh wait, no, it says do not eat.
Do not eat. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Well, at this time,
are you recording?
I am recording live, so you're going to be part of my podcast.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I apologize.
So you can stick around, or you can go on your webcam in your office and watch it in your office. But either way is cool with me.
I got to be able to join it. How do you join
I sent the link on Skype and on
Moto.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's how you know. The link is on Skype and Edmodo. But if you are hearing me say this live, you already know that. If it's not live, then next time you'll know it. Now, some of you probably know this is kind of a somber day in the sports world. I'm wearing a black vest today, sweater vest. I'm just wearing the color black in mourning for my Shockers. Wichita State had a heartbreaking loss in the basketball tournament yesterday. They had a 35-0 win streak came to an end. Also, Kansas. Sorry for the Kansas fans. They also lost yesterday by 3 points. And Wichita State, interestingly, lost to the same team that beat Kansas State. So all three of the Kansas teams are out of the tournament. That's kind of a bummer. So what I'm going to do, take off these. And because our world came to a crashing end, we're going to have to take a moment of silence. And I have a song to play.
That's great. It starts with an earthquake, birds and snakes, an airplane. Lenny Bruce is not the hour of the cotton board tower side of the world. Yes, you know that. It's the around the world. Yes, you know that.
It's the end of the world, folks. Not really. It felt like it lit yesterday, but I'll get over it. I ate about a gallon of ice cream and, slept about 24 hours. So I think I'll be okay. Anyways, let's move on to actually more important stuff. I'm going to talk about some of the cool things coming up on at school in the next week. This week we have a field trip for Dragon Time. We're going to the Sedgwick County Historical Museum, and it's right up the road, about 1 block away from eSchool. So when you come to school on Friday for Dragon Time, we'll walk over, see some of the cool stuff they have about Sedgwick County history at the museum, and then we'll come back and have milk and cookies. And even though it is real close, you still have to have a permission form so your parents know that you're able to go to this. So I think you have to see Jessica Simmons for the permission form and make sure you get that turned in if you want to go with us to the museum on Friday. Now we have another field trip next Monday, a week from today. And this is sponsored by Constitution Club, and it's going to be at Wichita State University Ulrich Museum of Art. This is an exhibit called Juvenile Injustice. It's a photography exhibit by a man who went all over the country taking pictures of the juvenile justice system. Very interesting pictures and kind of a theme there that we're going to look at, and then we'll talk about how it relates to the government, the Constitution, your rights. There may be some of us who have had experience in the justice system or juvenile justice system. It's an interesting topic. I think you'll be actually amazed at the exhibits there. It's at Wichita State University, starts at 1:30, but we're going to meet there on the campus at 12:30 for a picnic lunch. That's going to be provided. We don't know exactly what will be for lunch yet, but we're going to cater it. And there is on the Constitution Club Edmodo group, you can vote for what you would prefer to have for lunch. So we can do sandwiches or pizza or something like that. Again, this requires a permission form. We're going to be meeting there at Wichita State, but you still have to have a permission form to go there. That is up on Edmodo in Constitution Club. You can download it, get it signed, scan it, turn it back in there, or turn it back in to me personally. Those have to be turned in this week in order for you to be able to go. You can't hand it in on Monday. Also, as a rule with our activities at eSchool, you can't be in the red on any of your classes. Now, we just started new classes for the most part, so you shouldn't be in the red after a week in those unless you just haven't done anything. If your math class is in the red still, you better get caught up if you want to go to this field trip, and we want you to go. This counts as a workshop. I don't know how many of you realize this, but going to these field trips and workshops can add up for independent study credit, which is an elective. It's like taking another class. If you go to about 12 of those, that's like getting another class under your belt as an elective. And they're interesting to go to. Speaking of workshops and field trips, next week on Monday is the field trip to the Wichita Museum of Art. And then on Thursday, April 3rd, we will have a workshop here at school. It will be another museum, the Kansas African American Museum. They will be coming to us and providing an exhibit and a workshop about African American history and how that relates to the Constitution. And we will have food. It starts at 11. You don't need a permission form. You don't have to be all in green to go. So we hope that you will plan to attend that, and I promise it will be an enlightening and interesting experience. Now, we have all of these announcements out of the way. One more big upcoming event that I wanted to talk about is the first annual eSchool Film Festival. And I'm so excited about this because I've wanted to do this for a long time. You all worked so hard on your multimedia projects, creating those videos with those fun little storylines. This will be a chance to show those off. And we have reserved the big meeting room upstairs from eSchool that has huge TV screens. We're going to watch the videos there. It's going to be a formal event, just like the Academy Awards. So we are encouraging you to dress up to the nines. You can wear your tuxedos, your suits and ties, your evening gowns, ballroom dresses, whatever it is you wear when you dress up, as long as it's school appropriate. Come and we'll hand out awards to the best videos. We have trophies. And we might even have a red carpet. So we can do the whole picture on the red carpet thing. You can take pictures of yourself with your friends. And that again is going to be on, it was going to be this week. It's going to be pushed to next week on April the 10th, I believe it is. Actually, I can look that up real quick on my calendar just to make sure I got the date exactly right for you. Besides those videos, so if you made a multimedia project and you want to maybe go back and spruce it up a little bit, do some editing or make it a little bit better, you can do that and send the final copy to us for judging. If you want to make a new video project, you can do that and enter it. If you have a video that you made in the past that you're kind of proud of and you want to show off, you can do that. We've got a few that we're going to dig up out of the archives and show off at the event. Not only that, besides the videos, the film part of it, we're going to have a photography contest. So if you are into photography and you like to take cool pictures, not just selfies. Selfies are boring. I mean, you like yourself, we like you, we like to look at pictures of you, sure. But I mean, real photography. Now, it can be a picture of yourself, but there's all kinds of cool pictures out there. I just know it. If you have a piece of art, maybe a painting or something you did, and you want to take a picture of it and enter that into the contest, you can. And then besides the photography contest and the film contest, we will have a meme contest. That's meme as in M-E-M-E. Most of you probably know what memes are. Basically, it's a picture with a caption, or maybe it's a saying. You know, there's these still photographs from movies or cartoons or other pictures where you add the right caption to it, and it just makes everybody laugh, or maybe it can be serious or not necessarily funny. But if you want to create a epic, awesome meme and submit it to our contest, we will show the best ones there at the film festival. Now there are a few websites on the internet that have that basically have those pictures. There's meme creating websites that can help you just pick the picture you want and then put your own caption, or you can add your own picture and add the caption. It makes it easy on you. A couple of them that I have used in the past is quickmeme.com. That's quickmeme.com. Another one that I've used is imgflip.com. And I know there's probably several more. And you don't have to use one of those. You can just use your desktop publishing skills to make your own. But hopefully we'll get some really cool ones to share and see at the film festival. And again, this film festival is going to be Friday, April 4th from 12. Well, actually, it's going to be from 1 to 2. We'll start setting up at 12. So 1 to 2 in the afternoon on Friday. That's going to be great. Dress up. We'll have some refreshments. Come upstairs on that Friday, and we'll enjoy the first ever eSchool Film Festival. All right. So if there are no other questions or comments out there, I'm going to wrap up this weekly vodcast. One other question that I have for anybody that's participating is, we just ended spring break. Did you do anything awesome or cool during spring break? So we have a few watchers out there. I don't know if anybody wants to raise their hand, but I'll start by telling you what I did during spring break, because I had a pretty good time. I got to spend it with my wife and my son, who today turns 14 months. Carmen's raising his hand. Hold on, Carmen, it's my turn. My wife and my son and I, we took a trip down to Alabama. My sister lives in Mobile, or around there. She just had a baby. We went down there to visit them, and my son John, who just turned 14 months today, got to go to the beach for the first time. There's a place down there called Dauphin Island. They have fairly nice beaches. We went down there. He didn't like it at first. Then he kind of got used to it and got into it and really loved it, except for when he got sand on his hands and he cried. But then we took the ferry across Mobile Bay to another place called Gulf Shores. So that was fun, riding on the boat. We just drove the car onto the boat. The boat went across the ferry. We watched all the birds and the fish. We saw a couple of dolphins and at sunset, so that was really fun. And on our way back from Alabama, we drove. So we drove back. We went through Mississippi and Louisiana and Texas. Well, we stopped by West Monroe, Louisiana, and we visited a place that you might have seen on TV. The sign on the outside says Duck Commander and Buck Commander, and that's the warehouse and store of the Duck Dynasty crew. So we got to visit there. That was pretty neat. No, I didn't meet Cy or any of those Duck Dynasty characters, but I swear I saw one of them in Cracker Barrel. He looked just like him. Anyways, so that was pretty much my spring break. Now I'm going to go to Carmen and let him talk about the awesome stuff he did.
How's it going, eSchool students and staff? I really didn't do anything too awesome other than get frustrated with probably like a 2.5-day car repair job that I was doing on my own. But the things that I did learn from it was there's a lot more information on the internet that you can learn a lot of good things from. Can you hear me okay? I should have asked that before. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I visited some YouTube websites to find some things out. There was some really good information, and I think part of this film fest that's coming up, and you guys have already pretty much submitted things, but I don't know, is it too late to submit anything, Michael, for the film fest?
Nope. There is still time. You have basically a week and a half. You don't want to wait till the last day because it might be too late to judge it. But yes, you can still make yourself a cool video and enter it into the film festival. And now the 2 to 10 minute restriction does not apply here anymore. That was a rule for the grade in your class. But if it's less than 2 minutes, or if it's a little bit more than 10 minutes, that's also okay.
So with the well, what I was getting at is that, like I said, I saw some really good instructional videos on car repair and things like that. So even your film could even have to do with how to do something. It could be even something, very simple, but if it's effective and how it's shot, I mean, it just whatever it is, it could be, as long as it's school appropriate, obviously. It could be submitted into this film festival. So you never know. You might shoot a little clip of an instructional clip that might be very helpful to people who are trying to do something. And if you've done it over and over again, and you could just film it real quick with your phone. A lot of these phones I've seen nowadays have a really good quality camera. So you'd be surprised about some of these things that you can do. So I encourage you to do an instructional video of some sort as well.
Thanks, Carmen. That's a very good point. By the way, my car, I took it to the shop before I left for spring break, and it's still there. So I know how the repair thing goes. I'm not fixing it myself, though. But I did fix my fence. I actually had to tear down my old fence because it was broken, and I built a new fence. It's not completely finished yet, but I did enough just so that my dogs won't get out from my fence while I was gone. And anyways, I put up my own chain link fence, and it wasn't easy because anyways, I just like Carmen said, I looked on YouTube. They have videos there on how to do that. It's probably harder than you think. And not only that, mine was on a slope, and making it on a slope and an angle is a little bit difficult. I think I did everything at least 3 times because I would screw it up the first couple of times and then have to go back and finally until I got it right. But that's a good point. You know, I've also watched YouTube videos on how to tie different cool ties, and tomorrow is Ties Day. Tuesday is Ties Day. So I'll be looking up again another one to have another cool tie for you. Did you want to say anything, Will? Okay,
I am unmuted, right?
you are
Can you
now.
hear me?
Yep.
Can you guys hear me fine? I'm trying out my new headset, and I got my grandpa glasses on. I also did some projects over the spring break. I worked on my bathroom, and I probably should have did some kind of video on that, except I'm sure there would have been a few 4 and 5 letter words that I would be inappropriate for high school students that I would have used.
You can bleep those out on the video, though. Uh-oh.
And
It's breaking up.
nonetheless, I actually did use YouTube quite a bit. What?
You're good.
Can you guys still hear me okay? Okay, cool. But I did go to YouTube quite a bit, and I had to rip out my floor all the way to the support. And I went to YouTube, and there was actually a pretty hot chick that kind of gave a little dip. I used her example, and I did the same thing, except I didn't look as hot as her, and while doing it, but I got the job done. And then I knew how to put up drywall and all that, but the mudding part is what I'm horrible at. It takes an art to do mudding, and I went to YouTube, a couple different YouTube sites to check that out, and I still suck at it. So I'm still in the middle of putting together my bathroom, remodeling that. I do have tiling left to do, and I did go to YouTube to look up how to do tiling. I'm pretty confident on how to do that, and putting in toilets is no problem. And I don't know, YouTube is definitely a great resource for just about anything, so including financial literacy. That's all I got for you guys. I've spent the whole spring break working on my bathroom, and I'm still not finished. So fun times.
Yep. And you kids are watching, and we'll figure that out one day. Some of you probably know, but when you have your own place to look after, you gotta fix things, and it's good to
That's
learn
right.
that.
Either you do it yourself or you pay someone else to do it.
Yeah, and if you learn to do it yourself and you get good at it, somebody will pay you to do it.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Thanks, Will. And I don't think we have any other takers for adding comments. So we'll wrap it up now. And next week, I will do my weekly vodcast again, but not on Monday. We'll do it on Tuesday because Monday afternoon, we will be at the Ulrich Museum of Art for our Constitution Club trip there for the Juvenile Injustice exhibit and picnic lunch. So on Tuesday.
Oh, hey, Mike.
Yes.
Did you say exactly where that where the museum is?
I put it on Edmodo. I believe I put a map of Wichita State. If not, I will do that. So if you go to Constitution Club Group on Edmodo, all the information is there. I'll probably put up another map to show you exactly where we'll meet for our picnic lunch. And the group code to join that is 0QZFZP if you haven't joined the Constitution Club group yet. Good question, Carmen. And anyways, so the next podcast will be next Tuesday. We'll talk about all these field trips and more upcoming events and anything else that you want to talk about. You can add your questions and comments. One thing I would like to put out there, you can reply on Edmodo or and whenever I put this podcast up for those of you who watch it. Now that the Kansas teams are out of the tournament, dang it, it's time to go. Anyway, who's your team left in the tournament that you're picking to win, or are you watching? So we have a fire drill. There's a fire. I gotta go. Gotta go. It's a fire.